Welcome into the show, y'all. Sports with Balls on a Wednesday, hump day. We got a good show today, man. Finally, NFL is coming around. Training camps, all kinds of stuff going on in the NFL. We got holdouts. We're going to get into those. All kinds of stuff coming up. Finally, sports is back, and that means Sports with Balls is back. I know. It's been a few days. Listen, had to do my vacation. Kids had to do their vacations. Everybody's been busy this summer, but things are actually coming around in full swing now. Excited to get back going. I want to thank a couple of people before we start today's show, brought to you by, as always, Christian's Tailgate Bar and Grill. Go to christianstailgate.com for Houston area locations. Look, drink specials, award-winning hamburgers, award-winning food all around. Place is absolutely amazing. Watch all your sports there. Go to christianstailgate.com. Find one near you. Also, Bailey Roofing and Constuction. Garrison Bailey over there, good dude. Take care of your house. Flooding everywhere right now, especially if you're in Southeast Texas. It's unbelievable. Call Garrison 281-961-2872. Bailey Roofing and Construction. Last but not least, Diamond Auto Spa, specializing in paint protection film, ceramic coatings, and vinyl wraps. Detailing is just the beginning. Let's see. Please upgrade to premium. I guess we're not on Twitter anymore live because I've got to upgrade to premium. Is that what Elon Musk is doing now? Oh, man. How much does that cost now? I guess I have to pay some more money here to get on to Twitter live again. But those of y'all watching live, thank you for tuning in live on Facebook, Instagram, not Twitter anymore. I have to do that, and YouTube, all that stuff. Leave your comments. I'll try to get to them as soon as I can. But as always, today we start off the show on July 19th, and we'll go through the national holiday. Well, today's not July 19th. Hold on. July 24th. Man. National Cousins Day. National Tequila Day, baby. It's a little early for me, 9 a.m. here in Central Time, so I'm not going to hit that. But get your tequila on. Go to Christian's Tailgate. Get your tequila. Go get a margarita. National Drive-Thru Day. Well, what else we got? Self-Care Day, Pioneer Day, Thermal Engineer, Marine Week, Tell an Old Joke Day. So maybe I'll get an old joke in here in a little bit. And then there's some birthdays. Amelia Earhart's birthday, which is interesting because I did see a thing where they might have found her plane. Jennifer Lopez's birthday. I'm not getting into that Ben Affleck stuff, so y'all can do all that. But there you go. There's your national holidays. Basically, go get a margarita and hug your cousin. There you go. Or do a shot of tequila because it's Tequila Day, Cousins Day. There you have it. Today we'll get into a bunch of NFL stuff, camps and the holdouts. Aaron Rodgers, Brandon Ayuk, CeeDee Lamb, Jordan Love. Everybody's reporting. There was a head coaching job offer. Not a head coaching, a defensive coordinator job offered to Bill Belichick, which is very, very interesting that he turned down. So we'll go over that. Some Major League Baseball. Astros, they play bad on the West Coast, as everybody knows. So if you bet with the Astros, you shouldn't have done it the last two series. Oakland and the Angels always give them really, really tough games when it comes to them playing on the West Coast. And even in Houston. So the Astros, lucky for them, Seattle's playing bad as well. But the Rangers are actually not doing too bad. And that whole division is wrapping up to be pretty interesting. And, of course, we have the Subway Series going on right now. So we'll get into some baseball stuff. What else we got? I guess Tiger Woods. Look, so everybody was watching the Open last week. Tiger Woods is out. I think he finished fifth from last, something like that. The pictures came out yesterday about his leg. I've seen a couple of them prior to that, but his leg looks gruesome. Hopefully Tiger can get back to being competitive on the golf course. Sad to watch. We all watch our players. I remember Keem Olajuwon when he went to play for Toronto. And it was very, very hard to watch the end of his career. These guys try to hang on a little too long. I'm not saying Tiger's trying to hang on a little too long. I think the injuries have done him in, and it's just hard. I think it's hard for Tiger to do that. But his son, Charlie, misses the cut. Shoots a 10 over 80 on Tuesday and misses the cut at 22 over after 2 rounds at the U.S. Junior Amateur. Man, he earned a spot, 264 player spot. He finished near bottom, him and his dad. A bad week for the Woods. Really bad week for the Woods. I thought we were having some good stuff about Charlie. I thought Charlie Woods was fixing to take over golf. Apparently not. And it's not his job to. Listen, it's not Charlie Woods' job to take over the sport or anything like that, but they had low ratings. Tiger Woods is out, and now his son Charlie gets booted out of the junior amateur, so there you go. The Olympics are gearing up. They'll start this weekend. You got Snoop Dogg and LeBron James carrying flags. That's all I'm saying. Snoop Dogg and LeBron James will be carrying U.S. flags for the Olympics, walking into the stadium, that is. Very interesting there. And look, I know there's breakdancing this year. There's a bunch of stuff that's going on in the Olympics. And I think what's funny is the headlines are the cardboard beds and that the players are allowed or will be able to have sex on them. That is insane that that's the headline of the Olympics. Apparently, it's a very promiscuous place to be, is going to the Olympics. But look, maybe some great athletes are coming out of it. Who knows? All right, man, let's get into some NFL. I'm so glad. You know how many days we are away from an NFL game? Do you know how many days we are away from an NFL game? 7. 7 days away, and we will have an NFL game on our television. Yes, it will be the Hall of Fame game. Yes, it will be Houston and Chicago. But listen, the NFL will be on the television. That's awesome. And then now you see the NFL is really starting to take over the headlines. And there are a ton of them. So let's get into it. First of all, Bill Belichick was offered a 49ers job. And when I mean Bill Belichick was offered a 49ers job, I mean Bill Belichick was offered whatever job he wanted other than the head coaching job at the San Francisco 49ers. That's insane. And he turned them all down. Kyle Shanahan said that he talked to him and he was very nice and receptive. But Bill Belichick, I don't know. I might have taken one of those. Unless Bill Belichick is holding off for the Dallas Cowboys job, which I've been talking about that for a long time, that Bill Belichick will wait to see what happens with the Cowboys, and he will slide right in there next year. And if you're a Cowboy fan, that's the best case scenario for you. Now, I don't know what y'all are doing over there with Dak. We're going to talk about CeeDee Lamb here in a second. They look to be in almost shambles, the Dallas Cowboys do. But Bill Belichick declined an offer to join the San Francisco 49ers, even as the defensive coordinator. I mean, if you put him at DC, that team slides right into top team to win the Super Bowl, without a doubt. They're already pretty good. And what I mean by pretty good is top 5 team for sure. You put him at defensive coordinator. You got Kyle Shanahan, head coach, offensive coordinator. Then you have Bill Belichick. Wow. I mean, my goodness. So the San Francisco 49ers also have another issue on their hands. Brandon Ayuk is a holdout. I don't know. Listen, the guy's massively important. He was second in the league last year at yards per catch. Second in the league. He's huge. Is he Deebo Samuel? No. But Brandon Ayuk is a massive part of that team, and you got to get him paid. I believe that he's wanting, top 5 money. I don't. 49ers, man, I don't know. Do you pay him top 5 money? Do you pay him top 10 money? Yes. Top 5 money? I don't know. I think he's going to make $11 million this year. And he wants way more than that. You're going to have to times that by 3 at least. So Brandon Ayuk's a holdout. San Francisco 49ers offered Bill Belichick a job. He says no, which I still think they'll be fine. I'm not too concerned about them, but that would have been very, very interesting. My whole thing with Bill Belichick is the Dallas Cowboys. Just sitting there and waiting. Jerry Jones does not fire people midseason. He's only done it once or twice in his whole career as the owner of the Dallas Cowboys. So I don't think Mike McCarthy's going anywhere midseason. I do think the Dallas Cowboys have potential to have a disastrous season when you had the contract for Dak Prescott. You got Micah Parsons. You got CeeDee Lamb. You've got all these, and CeeDee Lamb holding out right now. You've got some issues over there in Dallas. Big time issues in Dallas. And I think that Bill Belichick can solve all of them. And he's got a great defense, but we're going to have to find out. Look, first things first, CeeDee Lamb. You got to sign CeeDee Lamb. These contracts are huge. And if they plan, is this a Dak Prescott thing? Do they not have or want to pay Dak Prescott that huge amount of money? Or they don't want to pay both of them, CeeDee Lamb and Dak? I don't know. Are wide receivers plentiful around the NFL that like CeeDee Lamb? Michael Gallup got an injury yesterday during practice. I think it was yesterday, maybe the day before, and actually announced his retirement. So they lost Michael Gallup, and now you have CeeDee Lamb on the holdout. And everybody says Dak Prescott is a Hall of Fame, playoff quarterback, MVP type quarterback, all this jazz, but always out in the first round. I mean, look, it is what it is. I'm pretty sure they're going to pay him. I would be shocked if they didn't, but, crazier things have happened. They still haven't paid him. So Dak's on his last year. Mike McCarthy's on his last year. What do you do? And if Bill Belichick is talking to Jerry Jones, Bill Belichick is telling Jerry, yes, pay Dak, because he's going to need a quarterback when he gets in there next year. And you're not going to start over. I know that team's young, but man, here's the problem I have as a non-Cowboys fan. Bill Belichick probably will get that team to a Super Bowl, and they need a running back. You're going to have to pay for that too. Man, lots of NFL stuff going on. I dig it. The NFL is awesome. I'm sitting here reading over this stuff. Lamb skipped the mandatory minicamp, and he was fined $100,000. He faces a daily fine of $50,000 that cannot be rescinded for every day missed in training camps. So, and just during the offseason, we saw that Justin Jefferson reset the market with a 4-year, $140 million deal that was $110 million guaranteed. I'm pretty sure Lamb wants something close to that. Is Lamb Justin Jefferson? No. But is he top 5? He's up there. Dallas has got a lot. Dallas has got a lot to do. You got Parsons, Lamb, and Dak. What are you going to do? That's a lot of money, man. And we know listen, if they're going to pay Dak Prescott, they're going to break the bank. He's going to get one of the largest deals in the history of the sport. It's Jerry Jones. It's the Cowboys. That deal is going to be massive. And Dak Prescott's not going to take anything less. So then you've got to deal with CeeDee Lamb. And then you got Micah Parsons. Whew. Lamb is entering his final season of the contract. So you got Lamb in his final season of the contract. Not Bill Belichick, Mike McCarthy in his final season. Dak Prescott in his final season. You got to sign Parsons, who I think is in they picked up his 5th-year option. So the Cowboys have contract issues. Stephen Jones, get on it, son. Get on it. What else we got in the NFL? There's other holdouts. Who else? Here's a good one. Michael Gallup already told you about. What was the other holdout I was about to get into? Alvin Kamara is expected to be at camp, which is fine. That's That's not a big deal. Kamara, I'm not going to get into that. We've got we've got training camps to go over, so I'm not going to sit here and get into what happens with them. What other holdouts we got? Let's see. Aaron Rodgers reported. People are happy about that. There's a few other holdouts that Tua Tagovailoa, not necessarily a holdout, but contract negotiations. There was some talk about other people holding out, but I think that pretty much everybody has got. Look, we talked about the Brandon Ayuk situation. If something else pops up over the next few days, obviously we'll go over it. But those are the big ones right now that that we're looking at. Go back to Aaron Rodgers for a minute. Everybody's happy he's back at camp. What are your expectations for Aaron Rodgers this year? I think 90% of the money is under. I think his totals for DraftKings bet or some one of the sites is 3,750 yards, and 90% of the money is for him throwing under. Will Aaron Rodgers get injured this year? Will he go over or under 3,750? I would almost bet the under as well. I mean, the guy's good. He's got talent all around him, but if he stays healthy, he's great. What are the odds he stays healthy the entire season? No idea. No idea. Let's see. I'm trying to go through some other NFL stuff, but look, we're all happy that the NFL has the training camps going now. By the way, I got offered some training camp tickets the other day. Do you guys go to training camps? Is that for diehard fans only? Is it fun? I've never been to a training camp session. I don't know. 7 days away, guys. 7 days away from the Texans and the Bears going at it. All right, let's move over to Major League Baseball, where, of course, the second half of the season has started. Baltimore and the Yankees are going at it in the AL East. Yankees lost to the Mets last night. If you're going for best team in the AL, Cleveland, Baltimore, or New York? Oof. Pitching, man, maybe Baltimore, and especially if they land another arm. So the trade deadline's coming up for Major League Baseball, and there's going to be some massive deals. There's buyers, there's sellers. There's an impressive list of names that are out there that could be traded. If Baltimore picks up another arm, we're in trouble. That team's really good. The Yankees will make a move. We know this. The Yankees will make a move. So Baltimore and New York are going to pick up somebody. I don't know how Boston's going to do, how they're going to. They're only 6 games back. They have a wild card shot as well. So Boston could pick up somebody. Cleveland, 60-40. They're tied with the Baltimore Orioles for the best record in the AL. So they're going to make a move as well. Minnesota could actually pick up somebody. The Kansas City Royals, who have already won 56 games. Folks, that is as many games as they won the entire year last year. So the Kansas City Royals with the biggest turnaround we've seen in a very long time. 35-19 at home. Incredible. Good for them. 7 of their last 10 they've won. Ironically, so the Detroit Tigers. That's interesting. But Detroit's got, listen, Scooball, who's going to pick him up? Are the Detroit Tigers sellers at the trade deadline? That's a huge, huge if. For Kansas City, Minnesota, Cleveland, New York, Baltimore, is somebody going to pick him up? That's massive. And then you move down to the West, the Houston Astros. They are going to need a first baseman, and they are going to need another arm. They have to. They don't have Verlander back yet. Everybody keeps getting injured on that team. They don't have Kyle Tucker back. They've lost pitcher after pitcher after pitcher, and then they lose their home run leader in Kyle Tucker, who to a ball that went off his shin, and he has been out for months. It is wild how long it's taken him to absolutely recover. I don't know if it was broken. There was just unbelievable how long he's been out. Kyle Tucker needs to come back for the Astros. They need a first baseman and an arm. So in the AL, you got Baltimore, New York Yankees, the Sox, the Cleveland Guardians, Minnesota Twins, Kansas City Royals, Houston Astros, and Seattle Mariners, who just lost 2 players who are all going to need to pick up somebody. Whew. Man. Interesting stuff coming up for the trade deadline. That's just the AL. Move down to the NL. Philadelphia Phillies, best record in all of baseball, 64-37, and that's with splitting 5-5 in their last 10. They may or may not need to pick up somebody. I like the Phillies as they are. If they do get somebody, great. If they don't, no big deal. Atlanta, they've done well considering injuries they've had all year. Milwaukee Brewers, 58-43 in the Central. The Cardinals could be buyers. The St. Louis Cardinals could be buyers at the deadline. And then, of course, you've got the Dodgers, who are 6-4 in their last 10 games, won 5 straight so far. Obviously, playoff bound. That division, I hate to say it, but that division is terrible. I'm not saying the Dodgers are a bad team, but that division just stinks. That could be, let me look right here. Is that the worst division in baseball, or is that, let's see, it's not that. The West and both the AL and NL are definitely the worst, but man, it doesn't get much worse than the Padres, Diamondbacks, Giants, and Rockies. But we'll see what happens. Who's your pick to go to the World Series? I just want to see that Astros-Yankees matchup again. That would be phenomenal. All right, got to thank a couple of people, guys. Let's see. Number 1, Christian's Tailgate Bar and Grill, as always. Get over to Christian's Tailgate. Go get your drink on. What is it? National Tequila Day. Go get a shot. Go get a margarita, whatever you're doing. Get over to Christian's Tailgate Bar and Grill. I'm probably going to go there for lunch. Man, you know what they have going on? I think it's this Saturday. They got goat yoga. You ever done goat yoga? Apparently it's amazing. Get over there and try it out. Go to Diamond Auto Spa, also a spa for your car. 346-319-5961, or go to Diamond Auto HTX on social media. And then, of course, all the weather we've had down here. Bailey Roofing and Construction, 281-961-2872. That's Bailey Roofing and Construction. All right, guys, I got to fix the Twitter stuff. I'll have that back up tomorrow. And I'm going to do another show tomorrow and or Friday. You guys have a good afternoon. Happy hump day, and we'll see you again soon.